Welcome to Delicata 360. This is our Western edition. We are brought to you by JBS Farms, and these are some of my soaps, and I'm getting ready for Valentine's. The first one I made was the Forever Red goat milk soap. And of course on the internet I forgot to write goat milk. And I am so thankful to Suzanne for letting me know I hadn't done that properly. It is an ombre. I did it at a tilt. So it's an ombre pink and little roses and little abstract roses and leaves. And it smells, I had to smell it, warm, floral. It's a Bath and Body Works dupe, Forever Red. The only thing I didn't do, and so it's a little priced a little less, is on these first two layers I forgot to put the vanilla stabilizer in. So this part will stay the same color except for the flowers in this, or it might turn a little tan. So use them right away. I did pink sugar. This time I did not do it in a goat milk, and I made it a little smaller so it's a little less expensive. And I did it in pink and green and little white flowers. And oh my gosh, yes, I have to smell it in front of you. It is delicious. It's a warm Aquilina dupe of pink sugar. Then, don't eat them. I made little bonbons, and inside they have little centers of caramel. And they're chocolate caramel goat milk soap. Oh, it's another goat milk I used. They look just like chocolates and they smell just like it. I used a dark, rich chocolate scent for the outside and the, of course, caramel for the caramel on the inside. And you get 4 in a bag. That'd make a fun Valentine's gift, and you could even give 4 people different ones, like if you were in an office or something, and or school, and you had a special someone. So happy Valentine's. Good morning. I was asked to do a cooking segment, so people have been kind of curious that I could make Almond Roca, and it's just almond toffee. But this is I have a couple recipes. This is the one I used to use. This is the one I did this Christmas. It was Karma's Almond Roca, a friend of mine over in another island, and I decided that my first one was easier to make, so that's the one we're going to make today. So we take 1 cup of butter and melt it over low heat. And I'm just going to plop this in. If it's at room temperature, it's even better. I'm going to cut it up after I get it in there. This is going to be a long video, so I am going to edit heavily in camera. And anyway, I melt the butter on a low heat in a 3-quart saucepan. And I'm using Revereware because it's thin bottom, and as soon as I take it off of the heat, it doesn't keep boiling, because when you start to get the tan color, it goes real fast with sugar. So now I am melting this over low heat. Then I'm going to add the nuts and sugar. So I'll turn you off for right now. I'm going to cut them up and get it melted. So here the butter is starting to melt. I cut it into chunks. I do this with soap too, because things melt faster in smaller chunks, more surface area and all that. So still melting. Waiting for that to get melted before I put the sugar in. So I just put in my sugar, and I think my camera wasn't on. So anyway, the 1 1/4 cups of sugar just went into the melted butter. Now my 3/4 to 1 cup of blanched almonds. They're not blanched. They're just chopped up almonds. I get them by the bag at Costco. Actually, I did 1 cup, and I kept 1/4 cup out, so that I can use that for the topping. I usually put all the almonds inside and I just have the chocolate on top. But for you guys to look more like Almond Roca, I am going to do it to look more like Almond Roca. So now we turn this to a high heat, for me that's number 7, and stir rapidly until color changes to a light caramel, about 10 minutes. So once it starts to boil, I'm going to turn on my timer for 10 minutes. I won't have you guys on that whole time. And I will keep stirring. Some candies you don't keep stirring, but this one said to keep stirring. And I always have trouble keeping the butter emulsified through the sugar. I don't know why, just sometimes that happens. Husband eats it anyway because it's sweet. So I will turn you off for now, and when it gets to boiling, I'll turn you back on. just to keep you appraised, is it's getting kind of opaque-y. It's still got the butter floating on the top, so I'm supposed to stir rapidly. I turned it down to 6 because 7 is just too fast for me. This stuff can get away from you. I mean, I'm millions of miles away right now, but it can get away from you. And I also have, when you're making candy, it's good to keep some water close by in case you burn yourself. But also, I test the temperature that way, and I want to get to the hard crack stage. And this says do not overcook, but you need to get it to the hard crack stage, because if it's to the chewy stage, it sticks to your teeth. So now you can see it's boiling all over the surface, and it's turning white. And I just keep stirring because I don't want to burn the sugar, burn the almonds. The other recipe, you only put the almonds on the top. It's not on the inside. Oh yes, and I'm stirring carefully. I hope you... Wait a minute, let's back up here. There. And I'm stirring carefully with just my kitchen gear, right? Okay, you gotta have a sense of humor. It's boiling, boiling, boiling. I should zoom in maybe a little more. Keep going. Oh, I was supposed to set the timer. See, I'll do it for about 9 minutes. Now it's starting to get a little tan. It's bubbling away, and the butter's gotten incorporated into the mass. And I'll just keep going until it looks the proper color, and I'll drop a little into the water and see if it's hard crack. So you drop a drip into the water, and then I eat it and see if it sticks to my teeth. See, we're getting tanner. We're not as white as we were, but we're not there yet. Okay, it's a little tanner. I know this lighting's terrible. I have tungsten here. I've got tungsten here. I've got daylight there, and I've got fluorescent up above, or CFLs. Oops, keep stirring, or you will burn it. Oh, look at it, it's starting to change color. So with this pan, I can lift it, but it's not there yet. I'm gonna get the water closer. Zoom you out. Starting to go. I just want to have you guys ready to go so you can see what I'm doing. It's just about the right color. I can smell it. I want a little more done. Let's see. Let's drop a little bit into there. And see, it would be really hot. Now, let's see if it's... Tastes like Almond Roca. A little salt. I'm going to turn my stovetop off. Now, let's see if I can show you. Because I have to move fast. I have to have my camera ready. Let's see. I'm going to get you over there. I'll try one more little drip. It doesn't stick to silicone to make it drip. That might be a drip. Yeah. I think it's about ready. So I'm going to keep it just stirred. So now it has a compact fluid to pour out. Do not overcook. So I'm going to pour on my ungreased pan. The other recipe had me pour it onto foil, and it was really hard to get the foil off. I want it to stick. So now, spread it out. Let's see my, oh, I hope I'm in here. Let's get you guys a little closer. I got to move fast so while it's hot. So I spread it out. I don't want it too thick or you're going to break your teeth on it. Spread, spread, spread. But it'll stay hot for a while. The pan's getting hot. Yeah, you have to be careful working with candy. See, this is pretty fast. Your first time will be a mess, of course, but oh what? Then, just because I'm going to read my instructions, distribute chocolate chips over hot candy and spread evenly when they have melted. So this is the ticket right now. Get it melty. Then offset spatula. Get all the chocolates on there. Kind of split them around a little more. Make it easier. I weighed out the 6 ounces, so I didn't have a whole package. I mean, I had a huge package. I had to measure it. So I'm just letting those kind of melt. And then after they melt, I'm going to spread them around and sprinkle with some toffee that I've gotten. Sprinkle them with some almonds that I've gotten. Damn, my battery's going to run out. So see, it's starting to melt, and I'm going to spread them around, and I'm going to save my battery for the, closer to the end. So I've done some more spreading, but it's still kind of lumpy, so I'm just letting them heat up some more still, and then I'll spread again. So there, I've spread it all evenly. This pan's too hot to touch. And then I'm going to sprinkle the finely chopped almonds on the top. This is so much easier than that other recipe. The other recipe, they had me have the chocolate and the almonds on the bottom, and it didn't come out even, so I like things to come out even. So this is for Jessica and Mary of GlitzyFritzy, who loves Almond Roca. And then you give this to your husband to lick. So there is the Almond Roca. Then, ta-da, that's the 10 minutes. When cool, turn pan upside down on wax paper. Tap to release the toffee. Break in bite-sized pieces with a small hammer. You don't have to do that. I just break with my fingers. Makes 1 3/4 pounds. So now it's cooled off. I put it in the cool cupboard, and then I gave up, put it in the fridge. So now I'm supposed to, according to these, cool, turn pan upside down on wax paper. I do have a clean counter. I do have a clean counter. Okay, here we go. Upside down. And it comes right out. Probably because all that butter. Now they say you can take a hammer to it, but I just break it up like this. Now the next problem would be to keep husband and me out of just going yum, eat, finish. Oh, come on, have a bite. Turn it upside up. And it ships pretty well for gifts and things. Well, the chocolate's a little, but it's cold. I don't get it. Well, anyway, there it is, and I keep it in an airtight container. And if you don't just leave it out, it lasts a nice long time. Oh, come on, I'm gonna have a bite. Yeah, it's crunchy. I think I'm gonna eat, but not on camera. So I've broken it up into smaller pieces. Like, that's kind of huge, but oh well, we like. And I just gather it up and put it in my Tupperware. So thank you again. I can't tell you how grateful I am for your support and purchasing my products. I have so much fun making them for you. I love it when you suggest things. I love it when you remind me of things. And I just am eternally grateful. So thank you again, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.